Trying to see. No, interesting. I don't know then.
Like 10 with butterfly
Secret
spec on
supplies.
gold. Do we have to go through the thing to get it, maybe? Or...
I don't know.
Oh, I went through on accident.
Oh boy. Well, to death.
Yeah, I lost 2 hearts earlier as well, so...
I see.
Are we time warping here?
Yeah, let's time warp.
Alright,
Okay.
orbit. Time warp. I wish to time warp. Okay, so... Jesus Christ.
Oh, that takes a lot now, huh?
Oh, yep, I see it now. If you click the extra details. Oh,
Yep.
you can just show what all the perks are.
Yep.
I see. Okay. Well, I am good to start a new timeline.
Exit the main menu.
Yep.
I will talk to you both later.
Have a good one, bro.
Bye, Frog.
Have a good rest of your stream. Bye-bye.
Alright. Oh, I have some bad news.
Hmm. What's up?
My left earbud has finally died.
Hmm.
Uh-huh. And gone.
How long did it last you?
A few years.
Was it a few years? Like 1 year?
Yeah, it was. No, it was more than one. Like, I did make sure to buy, like, a cheap pair of headphones, too. So, like, even in a full year... No, it must have been more than a year, because I bought them in the summer. But it wasn't this past summer that I bought them. Oh, that's where my fire rate comes from. No, I use headphones. No, I use wireless earbuds. Okay, now that I found where that one comes from, I have to sit here for a moment until I get my fire rates to be green. Been using weird ones for years now. I'm using big headphones. Yeah, I use wireless earbuds just because they're a bit comfier and I have a little system set up. Like I just use 2 pairs of wireless earbuds.
What shape size is your card supposed to be? Are they tarot size or playing card size?
They're tarot size. Why?
Because I'm like, okay, we're gonna have to find a card menu.
So they don't really last too long.
Hmm?
Yeah, wireless earbuds don't last as long as normal headphones. That much is for sure. I see. I was talking to chat. Yeah, I'm like, I know the problem is that we have that one card menu, but that they only ever do playing card size.
Yeah, because cards aren't their specialty. They just offer that one type of card.
Yeah.
We got Pizza Server is now offering microfibers, and I'm like, but I have blanks at home.
I see. Then no.
I know. Theirs is
No,
also a
I
little
have
more
to do it.
expensive too, which makes sense, but...
Well, yeah. What is converting to balloons do? Oh, those are like the actual channel points. Twitch channel points are useless. We have our own currency here. We have doubloons here. How am I not getting any of this thing, man? I have to put Frog's cluster logic on.
That's the thing I didn't think of that I'm now like, is that books are heavy.
Books or bucks? What?
Books are heavy. I am adding another heavy merch to my.
Oh, yes, you are.
Yeah, it's okay. You can carry them for me.
Uh-huh. Do we need a 5K on IC?
Do you have some merch brain?
A little bit by himself.
So, what are your thoughts on? I said memo pads, and we were very like about like sticky notes.
No.
No.
No. Also very
I was gonna bring up like sticky notes are like they're never as good as real and like 3M sticky notes because you know they hold the secret formula.
Thank you.
Anything we get will always be like slightly worse version. But it doesn't matter.
No. I don't like.
Huh?
Yeah, like I don't like the idea of sticky note.
Yeah.
I gotta be getting close to a green, right? Six? Oh boy.
Oh yeah, there may be a order for blue glow in the dark keychains. Should I reorder my Hollow Knight ones or no? Let them die.
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, like, can I just double cluster actually? I do have two monitors. There we go. So I need to speak one more. Not a full-time streamer though? No. Stream when I want. No, was that 1 out of 4? Well, indeed, 1 out of 4. Schedule I try to keep to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but when on those days is up in the air on a good week.
I'm gonna be like, how big is this gonna be? IRL.
Yeah.
No one will know.
67. What level did we get the last one at? Oh my god. Twitch can tell you if you miss someone's stream, won't it?
So what did you do today?
I worked more on a different project that I can't talk about. You know which you know the project, I just can't talk about it on stream.
I see.
The one that I was doing last night.
I see.
Like I did more of that. I wrote down some more pirate idea stuff. Oh my god, is that 2 out of 4? How is that? If you join 3 in a row, you get extra channel points. I see. Interesting. Oh my god, it was only around 4:30 that Yummy and Frog started to play this.
Hmm.
Around 4 or 4:30, something like that. Oh, and I've been on it science-wise. I've been working on trying to get a screen set up that will automatically compile shaders when you launch. Wait, what time is it for me right now? 7:48. Oh no, I didn't mean to hit Z. Okay, I'm at 8 so far. 2 more. Oh, yeah, Wizard Standard. Excuse me. I just have to keep going. And I keep going, I'm sitting. So you're American? Why does Eastern Standard automatically mean America? No, I'm not American. I am Canadian. Bad math or something. That's not how that works. Oh, I still never got the chance to look at the video you sent me.
Oh. it was got
I can check it out
ADHD
after.
eating habits.
Oh, I see.
It's that, I mean, you know the animators, like every once in a while there's like a new step in the process. It's like, oh.
Geographic stuff has always been my absolute nightmare. I see. One. We're one level off. Oh, I think it's only one. I guess I'll find out when the next 4% chance hits. I know that America is over there, and Europe is in the middle, and Asia is somewhere off to the right. The green. Yay, the green. So it's a 2.1 fire rate. I see. And now we need to save up enough to get the multi-shot. Same with this one, just gonna be bounce, and then... Is Canada not over there too? Because Canada is above America. Both in the philosophical sense and in... My... God... Laser beam going extra, bro. Well, Canada has the same time zone, kinda. Yes, I am Canadian. I said that already.
We have our listening comprehension is low today.
It's like that for everyone. It's like that for me too.
Have you had any ideas for third sticker book?
No.
No? Okay. I don't know, sometimes you just have this like blazing idea and I'm just like, okay.
Well, you always reject them, so I stopped thinking of them.
Oh.
Uh-huh. That's what you get.
Oh.
Like, if you want me to, the closest I can get to you right now is the funny thought of cotton candy, but I don't know what to do from there.
I see.
Since I was a little offended when if I was American. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, my food stuff is really hit or miss, question mark?
How many multi-shots do we have? 3, so we need 7 more. No, I'm not ready to farm the multi-shots yet. Do that on the next round. After I suffer through the last 50 levels of this thing while fat. Canada gets a lot of snow. We get a decent amount. It was snowing outside earlier.
All of our snow has already melted.
All the Soul Dipper, thanks for the raid.
Wow.
Hey, Soul Dipper, how you doing? Jeez, I don't know that you should be saying that. You know, Twitch is letting you say it, honestly. I can't get mad at you for it at that point. That's just funny. They said it's a Dipper raid, Soul Dipper said sup, and then Plutonia VT said Origin dipshit raid.
I see.
I'm like, yeah, Twitch really let you get away with that one there, huh?
I mean, I think at that point it's just a swear, and at that point, so yeah, did you allow him?
You think so? That's what I call friendship. Nice. Nice. And good friends you got there. Harry, I don't have a shoutout command that
Bruh.
works. It's just always broken, man.
Mine still works.
Every time I try.
Isn't it just take user, like insert name typed into the raid command into Twitch link?
It's somewhat like that, but it doesn't always work like that is the problem.
Huh.
Guards kill that guy. If ship it, gods. Okay, I don't have. So the shoutout command from Twitch just really doesn't want to work with me. So what were you? Were you playing Soul Dipper? Explain your adventures. My God. Such a fast assault rifle. But yeah, Soldier, where are you playing?
You keep asking, they're never gonna answer.
I know. I gotta keep asking so that they do answer at some point. Look at the game really wants to yell at me to use my bike, even though I turned on the thing to not use a bike. I played a bit of Peak, and the second half was Guilty Gear Strive. I see. I have not played either of those, so I hope it was fun.
Do you have some art thoughts over there?
Not yet, no.
Let me know when.
I guess I should introduce myself to the raiders. Hello, I'm Seaweaver. I'm Pirate. I'm chilling. The person right behind me is like peeking out is Snowy. She does the art stuff and chills. Today in particular we're playing a game called Time Warpers, which is just first-person shooter cookie clicker. It's great. It's chaotic in all the right ways. Okay, drone. What happens if I play instead of multi-shot? Or no, I can put on multi-shot. Sorry. What happens if I put on multi-shot rocket launcher? How fast do you actually fire the thing? Oh, that's a pretty constant stream of rockets. Oh my god. Pretty fun. Oh, you're gonna go eat now? Okay, have fun. You wanna see my accuracy stat? I don't have one. Accuracy is 1 in 1,000 at this point. Okay, so we don't give it to the drone. We give the drone the plasma round still, but then we go to the rocket that has the multi-shots, and we give it... Or go to the turret starting to give it the rockets. $16 million? No, I'm not enough to earn 16 mil off of this guy yet. Okay, what's up? Our thoughts?
Well, right now I have 2 fish that are outside of the bubble because I'm like, I guess I'm gonna make them actually flying for no reason. Or should I put them into a bubble?
I think that's up to you.
You see? I also want to add a whale shark somewhere, but I'm like, they're so big and huge that I don't know where to put them.
Yeah, I don't know where you'd be putting that. I also want to point out I've been watching for, I think, half an hour now, and I still have no idea what's going on. Yeah, welcome to all of my streams.
He shoots, things die. That's it.
So, we're playing a clicker game. If you've never played a clicker game, basically the game is all about getting those really funny numbers in the end. I'm sorry, did I somehow miss the... Oh, my world doesn't actually have all of these completed, but it has my butterflies done? Ah, interesting. Never played a clicker game? Yeah, okay, so it's all about getting the funny numbers. So, like, you can see it costs 4.15 million. Create my turret on the top left up there. You want to see the funny numbers in terms of money and damage. 69 and 420. Yeah, except bigger. Try like 69 cube. You get really funny because you have numbers. My fire rate is also... yeah, leading this to be a little funny at this point. I can go up to and earn a green bounce at this point. Should be fine. Did I answer your question? Snowy?
Yeah, with basically, you don't know.
Oh, what was the question again?
I have these fish that are flying. Should I leave them flying, or should I also put them in a bubble?
Are they mollas still, or are they a different type
There's
of
a
fish?
pufferfish and two manta rays.
Oh, hello, hi, Veery, how are you?
So I was like, oh, the pufferfish is round like bubble, so it doesn't go into bubble. And then the manta ray was like, oh, I have those flying ones in the other print.
I don't know about manta ray, but the pufferfish, can you put a popped bubble around it?
Sure.
It recently popped the bubble. Yeah, there you go. How are you, Veery? I got the same the same Viri that I know, which is kind of funny because that means I know two Viris now. Yeah. Assault rifle them. I wonder if there is a button. Spawn boss wave. Activate active abilities. Toggle third person. No. I'm gonna make a side mouse button thing to also activate the wave. I'm gonna promote one of these, which, actually, if you give it a little bit, I can promote the drone and almost make it 200. Hey! There we go. Drone is now 182, which means it has all of its abilities. What a clicker-like thing to look at.
Like, okay, I'm not really enjoying watching your gameplay though.
Uh-huh.
Gameplay is not giving me.
Oh, I see. Are you, like, actively watching it?
I like watch on occasion, be like, what is he? Like watching the same object to repeat this action over. But I'm like,
I see. Yeah, I don't, I try not to look either. I look at the, on the left side. There's that little screen of, like, 3 things. Those are my active abilities, the actual, like, clicker stuff. So the first one, you get access to 3 things. You have a drone, a turret, and a gun. Which is where your clicker stuff really comes into play, because it's like every time your drone and the turret are auto clickers, your gun is an active clicker, but you can hold it down and click instead. When you level up the things enough, you get access to the perks, to which you can set up what perks you want on your on everything. So you can set up the perks on like your drone, your gun, and your turret. And then when you promote, you lose all the things. It resets the. It resets. You don't have any perks, but you do keep the damage and the levels. And you want those numbers to climb up as high as possible.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. And so it's that left side that I'm always looking at. Big numbers. Yeah, man, it's... We're only on floor 32. We see big numbers and we happy. Yeah, that's kind of what this game is. If you want like the full in-depth, then every little zone marked off by those little blue dots has 10 waves of enemies you fight. Oh, it's a wave base for the bounce. Fine. Well, no, because I said I don't want bounce, right? I wanted multi for the fun needs. Yeah.
Have you
Where does
put
the warp part come in?
Have you put more thoughts into what we are doing when I am over?
Oh, yeah, but I don't know that I want to talk about real-world plans on stream like that.
I see.
Because there are places to go.
It's like we're going to Costco, guys.
No, not that. There's other stuff to do. And places to go. I guess I can say this one pretty safely, but yeah, we can... I wanted to go over to an escape room.
I see.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
There is
yeah.
one that we can make it to, and I think it would be fun. And we said we would try.
Uh-huh. How much is a room again? $30 a
Great
person?
question. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Okay.
An escape room? Yeah, it's like a puzzle room that you have to try to get out of. But real life, and not a video game. They're fun.
The game, but real.
Boy, okay. Yeah. So the warp part comes in, you'll see it at floor 100 mostly, but at a certain point, you reset the world and go back to floor 1, reset all your stuff, but you get access to something else, which is like the how to make the repeats more entertaining currency. And how to make the repeats like go a little bit faster or let you get a little bit further. But if you didn't get out though, then they unlock the door anyway and say time's up. There's a pretty bad setup for them in these space around them. reset, but you get stronger faster. Yeah, basically. Every time you reset, your resets get a little bit faster to complete. I'm also playing on the fun version of it's hardcore mode, so it's I make it until I die. If I die, it auto resets me, and I'm not allowed to heal throughout. So it's 100 floors of like actually playing properly. Makes it entertaining. Almost done enough to get my promotion for my gun. And then, yeah, once you hit floor 100 is when you make sure you get another weird currency thing we found exists called cards. You gotta get at least 3 cards in the 100 floors, otherwise it feels a bit pointless. I'm also tempted to have a fun little like podcast mode going on and leave it until I can get the 1000 upgrade on my gun, because then I can get a cool skin. Play as someone else. But we shall see. See how we feel when we even get to 100. Oh, I started working on new commands today as well, by the way. So, do you remember how I made that program, Snowy, that could like read other YouTube and Twitch chats?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to set it up and mix it up properly.
I see. Finally gonna do something with it? Finally gonna do something with it?
Well, I don't like I don't have the program anymore.
What happened to it?
I just don't have the Unreal project for it anymore.
Didn't save it anywhere, just deleted it?
I think so. But also, it's not like you say I didn't, like, make use out of it, but I set up, like, my entire overlay to look exactly like that one. Oh, that's a lot of enemies. Actually starting to fall behind on damage here. Which will happen until I get that, it'll happen until I see another bar underneath my pistol, and that'll be good. I just don't know when that's gonna happen. But when I see promotion can give all 4 of the abilities. Ow, that's 2 hearts gone. I might have to genuinely just suffer. And upgrade anyway. There we go, yep. Well, I have, we're on what, floor 46? Oh boy. 46 out of 100, and I'm still at 1 HP now. At least the boss floor I should be able to hit repeat on and get my stuff to be promoted. Back. Hey, Rainbow Wave. I hear him. Yeah. I see people crying over PvP. Welcome to my world. It's not fun when you roll up and gank on some person who's but 20 seconds into the game. Just reading would help everyone immensely. No one reads anymore. Let's be honest, no one can read, especially not the pirates. I mean, you can look forward to a game you know nothing about. They just think it's the new Sea of Thieves. But that's not how pirate games work at all. Okay, we're gonna go until... Pirates don't go for other pirates. I know, man. Trust me, I know. I've been through the whole song and dance before with so many people.
Hmm.
People in the Windrose server talking about, like, how things should have forced PvP. And then it needs to be the new pirate Rust instead of just being its own thing. They want to play a game like Ark or Rust, just play Ark or Rust. Yup. But they don't want Ark or Rust. They want Ark or Rust, but it needs to be pirate themed specifically.
Is there a pirate mod for Rust?
I don't know the mod for Rust, but definitely for Ark. Ark has like controllable boats now. There is also another game that's kind of done this to the reputation. It's not a good game, but that's kind of why it did this to the reputation. It's called Atlas. That right there is Pirate Ark, if people want. But it's not a great game because the developers did not know what they were doing, got hacked multiple times, and then abandoned the game.
Whoops.
Yep. That was terrifying. Dash made me move so fast.
Wasn't Atlas the game also where you, like, got coconut poisoning from eating too many coconuts?
That's Atlas.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's Atlas with its default settings. You can catch dysentery. and get vitamin C poisoning.
Okay, what is actually dysentery? Because like I keep seeing it, but I don't actually know what it does to you. Besides diarrhea.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just like a thing that'll kill your liver, essentially.
Uh-huh.
Almost as if PvP needs actual care and attention at a higher level. Yeah, no, and that's something that even the Windrose people were just like, we can't do this, man. If people saw what their PvP was in comparison to what their PvE was during the last stuff, I'm sure we wouldn't have this discussion. What is this?
Is it like cholera where there's like an actual bacteria, or is it just like a hey, you ate stuff so bad you diarrheaed yourself until you died? Like,
Okay, that's the AI overview, and we're not gonna go through what that is. So gastrointestinal disease causes include bacterial or parasitic infections. You get diarrhea, fever, nausea, vomiting, weight loss, and stomach cramps. The gastrointestinal disease causes severe diarrhea that contains blood or mucus.
okay, but like where do you catch it though? Is it just out in the wild? Like it's just there all the time?
Well,
Like,
it's a bacterial infection. So.
well, yeah, but it's like a is it like those like brain-eating amoebas where if you just like hit it wrong, you get it?
I'm sorry, what are you? What?
What?
Brain-eating amoeba?
Yeah, they live in freshwater lakes, so if you swim in the wrong place, you get one. So is that how dysentery works? Is you just
I imagine it might be close to that, actually.
I see.
Okay, so for reference, you asked about coconut poisoning pills. It's a thing in Atlas where, by default, there's like actual vitamin balancing you have to do, like a balanced diet system. So annoying. Contaminated water is one of them for getting dysentery. So, swimming in contaminated water. Another one though was just like this is what I imagine is the most common from like how it got started, whatnot, was bad food prep. Like you don't wash your hands when you prep your food, etc. Not even sure I get my vitamins from, to be honest. There's vitamins in like almost every man. Oh, I'm fat, which means I'm probably gonna lose this run soon. Oh, none of it sits me all the way back here, actually. Roll raw meat for breakfast. I mean, you do you, I'm not doing that. So, for whatever reason, the It's Your Boy Skinny, I'm not gonna actually like say it to avoid Twitch or YouTube or whatever if I decide to clip this later, but I was thinking of that meme.
Uh-huh.
It's me, your boys. Yeah, and for whatever reason, It got me thinking about rapper names.
you think of
And
your
I
own
think
rapper name or something?
No, I think it just, for whatever reason, it didn't quite hit me until just now. Did a rapper seriously name himself Limp Bizkit?
Yeah.
it's kind of fucking funny though.
Ain't that the point?
Like, probably not wrong. I'm just like, it never quite hit me how great of a name that is.
I think it's spelled funny though, right? It's not just literally Limp Bizkit, it's like Limp Bizkiz or something like that.
Oh, is it?
I think so. Let's search it up.
Okay, but if it was literally just Limp Bizkit, man.
Yeah, Biscuit is spelled B-I-Z-K-I-T.
I see. So it's a different. It's not biscuit.
Biscuit the
it's
food?
biscuit.
No.
No, but that's what I thought it was, and I'm like, that would be like 100% funnier, no?
Yeah. Fortunately, it is not their name. Also, apparently it's a band.
Limp Bizkit is a band?
It's a metal band. Not even rapper,
I
it's a
see.
metal band.
Okay, it makes more sense from a metal band perspective to call it Bizkit, but I'm like, no, I want to see a rapper named Limp Bizkit.
It's they new metal, rap rock, rap metal genre.
I see.
So there is a little bit of rap in there.
I'm genuinely curious. Speaking of the rap community, and thinking on the rap community, I am I'm being 100% genuine when I say I am morbidly curious as to what it is that's actually going to bring Baby No Money back.
What do you
Because
mean?
it's gotta be a stunt or something. Oh, he quit music.
Yeah, well, I saw the short where he was like, "How many likes and I quit," and then they did it.
He still hasn't made a song to this day though.
I mean,
So like he actually quit. Like he quit.
I mean, how long has it
Proper.
been since his last song release?
Quite a while. Last song release would have been like Hot Topic, right?
Wasn't that long ago, was it?
I'm pretty sure it was. Oh no, he did have like 2 or 3 more after that, sir.
Bro literally has like concerts in a couple months, so you know.
Well, he did say making music, not performing music, but making music.
To his YouTube channel.
Confused, what are you talking about right now? Baby No Money.
Ad was 3 months ago.
That was a lot. Okay, but stopped making music since then. It's
I
still
mean,
a
he hasn't
thing, so I'm
released
just like,
new music since then.
yeah, so I'm just like, when? Not even when is it going to happen, but like, what is he gonna do to justify the making of music again? And what happens if it fails?
I mean, I think he's got enough money to last his lifetime.
Oh, he definitely does.
He doesn't have to come back. That's whatever he wants.
So for 5 seconds, he went from soggy cookies to whatever it is now. He went from Limp Bizkit to Baby No Money.
He's just
I'm
thinking
a
about
rapper.
like rappers.
Yeah. I am curious as to what my rapper name should be.
There's some like template memes for that.
I don't. Okay, see, if I were to go on the serious end of the spectrum, like let's say I'm not looking to get like a meme name, right? I think I need an actual, like, legitimate rapper name.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't I just keep Seaweed?
Huh?
I feel like that's a genuinely good rapper name still.
You can start writing raps over there, like...
No. But, like, I could.
Are you gonna, though?
No. Man, I am thinking NASA theory here, alright?
Okay.
Do you not remember the NASA conversation?
Oh yeah, you could reasonably work for NASA.
Like, I could legitimately work for NASA. It's a possibility.
You bro think he like 5 alternate universes over where he's a rapper? Some age.
No, now I'm thinking 10 alternate universes over where I'm both a NASA employee. First ever NASA space. My god, at that point I would just be embodying Saints Row the Third. The rapper see me for the captain of rap. See, it's like it works though.
Do I draw the sun or no?
No.
No sun?
No.
Okay.
Get a big doubloon on a gold chain. A gold lemon on a gold chain. No, it's a chain made of gold lemons with a golden doubloon as like the medallion thing. That's what it would be. Yeah, I'm like, I don't reasonably see a world in which I become a rapper, though.
I'm like...
You cut out or you stopped talking for so long. I genuinely thought you were about to make your case for being a rapper.
No.
Just the way you paused for like the prolonged period of time after me saying I don't think I can be one really got me concerned that that's what you were gonna say next. Yeah, I don't know if I could be a rapper, because my writing talents are, you know, to be desired.
I think lyricist is like a whole nother ballpark than just writing, you know, stories.
It is. And I'm not even good enough writing stories, so, you know.
Okay, thoughts on color distribution?
I can't actually see your thing at the moment. Yeah, give me a second. I know you're streaming, so I just gotta pop it out and like move it over, but it's gonna look really dumb while I get the chat and everything back up. Oh, that's good.
Okay.
I do stand by what I said of no sun.
Of what?
Of no sun. I think the sun would ruin it.
Well, the way it would look with sun would be
It would ruin it.
fun the sun in so you can see it.
I'm letting you know now. My mind is made up. Yeah, ruins it.
I see. I plan on having the water reflect like this.
It didn't look as whimsical with the sunlight. You know?
I mean, this water's
when I
probably
start
gonna be
rapping,
the least
it's
detailed thing,
shaky.
just because I have all these bubbles to like color and stuff.
See, okay, I think that's where I do change in that I feel like I might be a better lyricist than I would be an actual writer because, like, I don't know, whenever I get going on it, for whatever reason, I can write like a good half of an actual sea shanty.
Well, okay, you gotta like refresh yourself on like basic music notation because I'm not gonna be your heckin' note to paper converter.
It doesn't help that I'm tone deaf, but yeah.
No, learn.
Can you learn to not be tone deaf? Is that a thing?
I'm sure you can train.
I think. I'm like, if you don't want to hear me singing sea shanties, tittles, don't show up at the Windrose strings then.
So you say you're tone deaf, but like you can do notes fine, man. I don't. Like,
Am I not tone deaf?
no.
What? Well, what's the one that affects my like? I don't know, my ability to hear music at the appropriate time or whatever.
Well, no, tone deaf is the notes. Like the notes you sing are not the notes you think you're singing. For you.
Oh, I'm definitely tone deaf.
What do you mean?
If you were to tell me to hit a G right now, I have no clue what
Bro,
that
the
would
only
be.
note I can hit on command is like A and C.
I don't know what those would be, honestly.
Well, okay, so this is the way you think about it. C is that first note in the thing in the Do Re Mi song.
Oh. Okay, so wait, the lower the letter, the lower the pitch or tone?
It goes
Tone?
no, the Do Re Mi goes up from C. It's a C scale. It goes from C to C.
I think that's where you made this confusing.
Okay, yeah. So
recognition.
from A to G, it goes up.
From A to G, it goes up. So, the lower the number, the higher the pitch.
I mean the number. Where are the numbers coming from?
Or letter, whatever.
Yes, but then there's also the octave, which is 90% of the time not listed. Just look on the scale. You look at the staff. They go. Because it loops. It goes A, B, C, D, F, G, and then you do it again. It's A again because it's an octave higher. It's the same note, but one whole like pitch higher.
Who decided this?
Well, it's because when you play the two notes together, it resonates nicely. When you play like middle A and high A, it just
But,
sounds like one big A.
Okay, but here's my real question. We have a whole weird, like, you say A through G and then A through G again and then A through G again or whatever.
Yes.
But I'm like, we have numbers of strings and frets and whatnot.
Yeah.
Why aren't they just numbered?
What do you mean?
Why isn't it like this tone is a 27? This tone's a 32.
Because then you
This
have some
tone's
instruments where you're just
86.
reading like 27 to 50 all the time, and you're just like, I don't want to be reading 27 to 50 all the time.
What do you mean you're reading 27 to 50 all the time?
Okay. The lowest note, if the lowest note is number 1, you're gonna have a lot of instruments that are just reading in the 80s at all points.
I was thinking the opposite. The highest note was a 1.
You have negative numbers?
What do you mean negative?
So what's the lowest
Why
note?
does it have to go
What's
from
the
low to
lowest note?
high?
0.01?
Okay, let's say you have any stringed instrument, right?
Okay.
They have strings and they have frets,
Okay.
right? Like the strings are like you have 4 strings on a violin, or I don't actually know the number, but like, you have the however many strings on the violin, and then the frets are those little bars, right? That go from the bottom to the top. Like they go from the base of like the guitar.
You don't have to
all the way up to the
describe
top
how
of
a
the neck.
guitar works to me.
No, I'm questioning if you're following my logic here for a second.
So the lowest note, so the highest note is 1.
Is the highest note, but is the highest note not the one that's at the very top near where you would tune the thing?
It is.
So then that should be the one.
Why? What's the lowest note? Also, I hope you know guitars are not in order from highest to lowest. From left to right, the strings are not in lowest to highest order on a guitar nor ukulele.
No. I'm saying the frets get the numbers.
But then how do you tell which string? It's just the fret.
Well, then that's where the string gets the letter, because there's only like 4 of them. So it's A, B, C, and D. Give me an A12.
Yeah, you know, okay, so your problem is that what you're asking for is what, like, 5-year-olds look at when they learn how to play a song. That's what you are just currently describing. The problem with this is that when you want to write music, you then have to know the number system of every single goddamn instrument instead of being like, I want this instrument to make this sound. It looks like that.
But then, I'm like, I get that you can kind of simplify it, or whatever. But I'm saying, if that's the simplest form of an instrument...
Also, how are you gonna do, like, half notes, then? Half tones. So, like, A sharp, is that 0.5?
What do you do on the instrument?
You sit in the space in between. A and B, like from A to B, there's a spot where your finger can go where you can play A sharp or B flat, depending on which one you want.
Okay, but then that sits in between the strings, not in between the frets, correct?
In between, well, in between the quote unquote frets on the violin, yes.
Okay, so it's in between the frets, not the strings.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, I guess that does complicate it. Well, okay, no, because you could just say, like... You could just say the heckin'... Like, why wouldn't you then have the ability to combine it? Is there really an instrument out there with, like... I guess there probably is one with, like, 24 different bars.
What about piano?
Okay, listen, piano is so far gone from this conversation. Talking about piano in this conversation is like saying the rules of checkers should be more simple. Okay, but how do we change chess?
Hey, you're trying to make something that should apply to all instruments, and I'm like, piano?
No, you're not wrong. The piano just has a number of keys.
Bruh. How are you gonna do it when it tells you to play 3 notes at once? Someone's gonna have to read 3 numbers at the same time and be like, where are they? Rather than just seeing the spacing of the notes and being like, ah yes, that's a 3rd.
Well, no, but you can actually keep the same, like, line setup that the musical sheet has, and it just gets a little taller, because you would assign the numbers vertically if you're playing them at the same time. So if you were to read top to bottom on that first line, it would be like, oh, 321. You're not reading 321, you're reading 321 on the piano.
Okay, but like, reading 321...
And then you would space it out and be like, 321, but then when you look over, the 1 carries over because you're supposed to hold the 1. But you don't have to hold the 3 and the 2.
Okay, but hold up. But would a 3-2-1 look the same as, say, a 5-2-1?
if you're reading like if you're reading the thingy, what do you mean would it look the same?
If let me just make sure I make it okay. If I'm hitting the keys number 5, number 2, and number 1 at the same time, does that look the same? Here, I'll draw this. Okay, so we have your
Yeah, I can see your thingy here.
Your measure.
Yeah, okay, there's your measure.
Okay, you know it's not even that. It's just a straight line at this point. So you hit 3, 2, 1, right? For whatever time period. I'll just put a quarter note here. And then is it just 5, 2, 1 like this?
Yeah.
Bro, that's like a sight reading nightmare. So the reason why we have the notes is because a 3, 2, 1 looks like I'll just put them together. So 3, 2, 1, the hot mess, whatever. My pen is a little too thick for this. But like,
it's a sight reading nightmare. Sight reading nightmares are already a.
Yeah, but this makes it easier because then if say 5, 2, 1 would look like and then 3, 4, 5, and I'm like, oh, I see. There's a gap. Clearly, that one note is higher than the others.
I see. Like, I guess what you're saying makes sense.
What you want is very much for beginner learners because yes, writing numbers above notes for a violin is very much a thing. If you look at my old sheet music, it is there. Like there will just be like 2, 3, 4. It will just be like this note here and it just says like 3. And I know that because it's this high on the staff, on the measure, that's a 3 on the E string. Because it's just this high up. And if it's like a 3 here.
Spinning backwards.
Hmm?
Channel says, I can hear the gears in your head spinning. Backwards, of course, but they're spinning. Oh my god, that sounds like me. I'm just like... I don't know, I think the way that notes are written and whatnot are still already way too confusing. Especially since like, you say it has to be different for each instrument, sure. Makes sense.
Yeah.
But also, each of the notes are already so different on every instrument that I'm like, that makes it even worse in my opinion, because then you show the same note to 5 different people and then tell them to explain it to you, and you're just like, no one person is gonna say even remotely the same thing. But if you do it with counting, then it's like, it's the same explanation every time. Oh, you count the bars.
Well, no, not the way you have it numbered right now. If number 1 is the highest note on any instrument, everyone's gonna play a different note.
Well, I think my brain is thinking mostly string instruments is what's going on.
The same note.
I'm thinking only string instruments.
It's still not the same note. The highest string on a viola is the A, and the highest string on a violin is the heckin' E, so the highest note are not the same.
Why not just make it simple? There is no simple, apparently. Music is complicated. A equals 1. Yeah, see, but you can't do that then because it's like...
It's just the same thing, but in another form.
So, okay, so what you're suggesting, Tiddles, can't be simple anymore either, because then what comes after 7? If it goes A through G, and then A through G again, what's 8? Like, 8 isn't a thing then. It's just A again? Then you're just reusing the thing. Seven plus one. I feel like I hate that even more than I hate what I went with. Okay, hear me out, Tiddles. Let's scrap everything we've said about the music stuff so far. What if we literally just go as far reverse as we possibly can?
Oh,
What if we make it as complicated as we possibly could?
I see.
How would I make musical notation even more complicated? What would I do to it? What would I do to it to make anyone that looks at it cry? I'm like, the numbering is not a bad start, but it can't be everything. Oh, I know exactly what you do. Okay, here's how my new musical notation system works. You have the numbers. Every single note you can play on whatever instrument you're playing is numbered. No two note like you playing a 12 on a violin and 12 on a piano will definitely not be the same. That's already annoying for some people, I guess. I guess it's annoying for the people who like the music. Whatever. But hear me out. If we're gonna make it more annoying than just those numbers, no, hear me out to this. In order to know what you're actually looking for, the numbers need the letters, and it's the first three letters of the instrument you're playing. So, like, 12p means hit whatever note a piano. Like, hit the 12th key on the piano, replicate that note. But if you say, like, 12pv, or 12pia, VIL, then it's like, oh, you're trying to play whatever note 12 is on the piano, but on your violin. You could make someone cry with that, I'm pretty sure. Have to look at 6 letters and a number. And any instrument just kind of needs to know all the instruments. There you go. There's my terrible.
Cam Bam's in my chat. Hello.
Who?
They've like on occasion showed up. They're let's see. Guess what? Roblox age verification happened, and I can't chat with Barley anymore. I can't even talk to my favorite Roblox YouTubers. My channel is cooked. I can't do anything about it. So yeah. Well.
The ones in your chat talking about Roblox, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think they've like mentioned it on occasion, but like, that's because that's what they do in their hobbies, and I'm like, well.
So they're a child.
Yes, indeed, they are a child.
Or make it so you have to solve some kind of math question to even get the numbers. Well, no, that's why I say it's like you have to have the you already are solving an equation with mine. It's the simplest complicated thing you could do. You get the numbers of an instrument, as many notes from high to low as you can. Those are your numbers. Then you have the 3 letters that determine what instrument it is you're looking at the note of. But then you have the 3 other letters of what instrument it actually is you're playing. Or 3 other letters. Not numbers. I think that would be just enough to make anyone who looks at it, like, genuine pissed. Like, whoever came up with this system. Okay, so I'm trying to put logic to, like, what I'm doing here, and I'm like, I might just Is this just what it feels like to those people who are like, how do you beat Dark Souls with a banana?
The child has said, they said I was 17 even though I'm 12. Oh, it's that like weird age verification, or not the age thing that like that was like, oh, based off your viewing preferences, you must be this age. Banned from anything you're too young for.
I just don't like Roblox whatsoever. I think it has no place at the moment. With how out of touch their practices are. Well, we're almost at the end of the first run. Or first run without Vrug, I should say. Is that a rainbow? Oh my god, it was a rainbow. Yo. How much am I allowed to fire back at the PvP guys in the server? As much as the rules allow. That's my take on it. Oh yeah, you're firing at a rage baiter, man. Dude's just there to rage bait. Yeah, well, man, I want the game to come out too. We're all just waiting. I know they're just bored. Well, I just love talking to them. I get you, because it was kind of like me with the morbid curiosity of talking to the art commissioner people.
I get them on, I think, Tumblr most often now, just because I think I tag like digital art just to like sort my stuff, and then I get the DM like, commissions open, and it's like some random account with like 2 likes.
Whoops.
I didn't talk to them.
I'm mostly good on Discord. Oh, trust me, Tiddles. During a passage with correct me up. Yeah, trust me, Tiddles. There's been some moments in this Discord before. There's Oh, I'm like, I don't want to. No, I'm not going to cause that much of a panic. But I'm like, there's a name you could say. If you called anyone that, every moderator who sees the message would instantly be worried. That was a time. Now I'm curious. I'm trying to think of like how I would get you to bring up the name properly so that it could be funny and not, you know, actually panic-inducing for like two people that are on the Mon team. It was a bad circumstance, man. Oh, that could be a funny way of bringing it up. You know, like go over to the PvP or be like, "Oh, I know a guy who loves PvP games like that. He might be able to help you out." See, I don't want to tell you to say it, though, is the other thing, because I'm live, and if I tell you to say it, there's evidence of me being like, you should say this. That comes back to me. I'm like,
4K.
I don't want to do that. Yeah, I don't want to do that to people. Just, okay. I will say this. If you are already friends with another moderator, someone other than me, because I ain't going through this discussion, but if you are already, like, active friends with another moderator, and you really want to cause a funny, you go to them and be like, yo, who's Benji? Oh, you're my only friend. Wow. I feel special. Oh, that came out wrong? I see. Yep. That's the name. BNJI. Oh, I dare you, actually. You know what? Here's how you do it. If you really want to bring it up properly and see the other moderators, I won't respond to it on purpose, but you should ping me in the Discord and ask me for the backstory just in the Discord. I won't respond to it and we'll see how the other mods react. I'd be okay with that, because the worst comes to worst, they know it's on me to respond. I get some backstory on it. They're to put it in the best possible sense, they are the person responsible for the Windrose server having moderators in the first place that aren't just the developers. Yeah, you could do that. Do that in the server. I'll ignore for a while and see what we get. Oh boy, yeah, oh boy indeed. Hey, us before the loop. Oh, oh, oh. He killed me. I wasn't ready. And this motherfucker took me out. I wasn't ready for that.
I mean, how active is the Windows server right now?
Fairly still, man.
Wow.
Alright, we're gonna put this into... Okay, so that's 14.5% increase in drops from the other ones. Should I really do it like now? I mean, do it whenever you want, man. I'm not responding to it, so it'll be funny regardless.
Do I have to do the thing where it's like, oh, because this oarfish is on the other side of the bubble, I gotta like warp it, or should I just eat the bubble and not deal with it?
One second. In the general chat? I mean, sure, in the general chat, I don't care. Again, I'm baiting to see what the other mods say, if it'll be funny. What were you saying about the bubble?
So everything is in most fish are inside the bubble, and that's like whatever. They'll just appear the same, yeah. But what do I do where it's like the cloud on the other side, and like this?
Do you not just add the little bubble sheen?
So I'm gonna add the bubble sheen, but should I add like the bubble distortion?
No.
No.
No, it takes away from the cute.
I see. Okay. Thoughts on the line art?
Looks good.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw Tiddles. We'll see who bites eventually. Again, I'm sure someone is gonna bite eventually.
Eventually.
If not, I'm not going to be a moderator that bites, honestly. You'll be my downfall. I mean, I'll be my own downfall too. It's okay. Alright, so we're gonna take things to... Oh my god, please! Culture kills. Oh! No, wait! Hang on, I got this. I see GCs. Something tells me it went the wrong way. I mean, almost. Yo, see GC's panic immediately, though? There you go. We'll see if GZ will actually give you a proper response now. What's really funny is I was not expecting them to think you were talking about the developer. But I guess that is a thought.
I'm like, I wanna unlock this. Is it just in general?
Oh, yeah. Jizzy is giving you, like, a speech, man.
Nice.
He's gonna give you the lowdown. Which is good, because that means I don't have to. But I still get to, you know, give you the lowdown via telling you exactly how to ask for it in a funny way. So I go until I have 2 green. But I only have 1. No, I'm not farming for that many. I'm just gonna do loops. Oh, there you go. Yep, Swole Benji.
Oh, they got full Discord named.
Oh man, it was an incident. It was like the one time we had to beg the developers to please let us help them. Like, properly. Oh, he didn't even give you, like, the full run. Yeah, no, Benji was even worse than GZ, like, leading on, too. Dude was a, like, flat racist. Like, down to saying to someone, it's not my fault you were born in the wrong neighborhood. Someone he never met either. And yeah, dude was like, he's extremely arrogant, entitled, and anytime he got any criticism for anything, he had the comeback, like, not comeback, but excuse is the right word. Of, like, it's not my fault that I just say it like it is.
Oh, one of those. I am only telling the truth,
Yeah.
guys.
He's like, oh, people always get mad at me because I don't sugarcoat it. I just say it like it is.
That's how you know they're bad. That's like 10,000 red flags right there.
Yeah.
I'm like, how aware of the Windrose server? How aware are they of my existence?
Of your existence?
Yeah.
Of, like, the fact that, like, you know, like, kind of, but not really?
It's like the anything that you think of that they see is me, you know?
It's like, yeah, I think I've talked about it a couple times, but I don't really, like, I'm not gonna, like, flaunt the fact that I'm with you like a trophy.
Oh, I was just curious.
I see. I don't know how to, like, say that with a, I don't exactly sugarcoat stuff. Well, I appreciate what's on it. Hey, you a dick right now? Do you have time? No, it's not. It's not the same as saying, like, oh, I don't sugarcoat it, but I can go across the line. It's like they were full on, like, oh, people are only ever mad at me because I tell the truth and cross the line doing so.
But see, it's like when they say that sort of stuff, they're just mean. There's no like, you know, hey buddy, you have to hear this because you're deep in drug addiction or whatever. They're just mean.
Yeah, no, like it's worse when you think about it that way too, Snowy, because I'm like, as I said, they were flat out racist at times, man.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure they actually got moderation involved, like the team to be able to moderate, because yeah, when the devs were asleep, he like dropped the hard R at least once.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, you will not find his messages. I'm pretty sure we scrubbed it, man.
Yeah, if a user is banned, you have to search them by their like this. Well, I guess the Discord IDs are all names now, but yeah.
Well, there's also the chance that we actually did, you know, like
Probably just, yeah, wipe them from
delete all
existence.
messages. It was not a time. Like it was a time to be there for it. But like it was not a friendly conversation whenever the Swole Benji was in. And it was a solid like 48 hours of Benji being present in general.
Okay. I think I have hit a good point in the sticker book for today. Oh, don't put a sticker in that chat. I will take this and I will try to doodle some ideas for the third. And all I know is that I want it to be food. Dirt mayhaps? Oh no, export.
My god, the game went on sale again. Interesting. Alright, let me read what Genie said. I forgot he said he didn't want to mingle with the peasants. That was a great, like, first impression. This guy get it. Yeah, no, it was a whole thing, man. Which is why we say, like the other mods and whatnot as well. We will not complain nearly as much about the PvP argument. When we've had to sit through that with no moderators existing before too.
Uh-oh. Discord imploded. Time to restart Discord. Ooh. Oh?
Oh, how?
Yeah, it like crashed.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't have it.
I see. Are you done streaming? Are you done art and streaming and stuff?
No, Discord just crashed.
I see. Yeah, you gotta restream your creator to me then.
I mean, leave and come back so I could fix my boogie. Nope, Boogie's just out. Alright guys, no more Seaweaver on her. There's no more Seaweaver visibility.
Goodbye.
Oh, like I could do a food one. I feel like food is the easiest way to do the 3 set. I have like a fish, a bug, and a food.
I think food is a pretty good, like, tertiary for you too, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I've been thinking, and I'm like, for the playing cards, fish, bug, food.
Yeah, you could.
What would the food be though?
I'm glad they decided to not be a content creator to me, not even a piece of work in the community. I mean, the real question is, what's gonna stop him from making content regardless? Like, he's still gonna have content on the game, and it's gonna be fun. Actually, he might not anymore.
Kicked him from.
Now that the game... Well, no, now that the game has, like, changed focus so much.
He might have dropped it entirely.
Yeah.
You can only hope.
Looking to get through the 100 on these things. I'm looking to get the 1,000 gun marks yet because I want the money build going. Content in the game is different than actually knowing that it does what yeah. Devs have also learned that lesson and they're gonna be more strict, I'm pretty sure, with like who they let access to the game, etc. I didn't go the route of making an account. No, he doesn't. Benji wouldn't do that. He would just yell to everyone else. Also, it's actually not even clear. He might have already done that, and you know, we just didn't care enough to look into who some of these accounts are. But we've seen some people since. That are of like similar-ish expression. Oh, I have an idea for your food one, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, now I'm thinking about it again. What's, so you have the blue is the fish. Bug is probably what, green, I imagine?
Yeah, it's only like brown and green mostly.
Okay, so... And that means I can't do that idea, actually. And so instead I say cotton candy. Pancake.
Pancake? I can do,
I'm like,
I want to do, like, orange to pink.
Yeah, so cotton candy is one of them, for sure.
Cotton candy works, pancakes.
Lollipop. You can have some lollipops.
I don't know if I want to do like full like Candyland stuff again.
I see.
No, it's like
Uh,
I see where you're
interesting all this
going,
stuff to me.
but
Conspiracy theorists. We're talking about Benji? Nah. I know you knew where I'm going with it, but it's not. It's not. I have hit that thing again of like, I can't really suggest stuff, man. So the brain stopped thinking about it. Nice, just sit here and let the line clear it out. With all these cubes, I might be able to have the chance of the boss dropping it to, like... 5% is still only halfway there, though, to be a drop chance. Cheesy's not gonna give you the creep riding, and we'll get out of by running people all the time. People that are actually talking in the Discord already are the ones that are most likely for us to be like, yeah, no, that tracks, it's fine. Are you back yet, or no?
yeah, I'm just thinking.
Thank you.
Those seem like food, pink and orange, and I'm like, I'm more of a fan of like pastries and stuff, but I know you like your candy.
I think sugar is more of the proper attention grabber, is why.
Yeah. Cakes maybe? Let me flex my whipped cream rendering skills again. I'm like, yeah, pancakes aren't. They're more of like the roasted brown color than they are like
Yeah.
macarons, maybe.
Macaron is not a terrible idea.
I can still do the whipped cream thingy. A little burger.
No, we don't. Honestly, Tiddles, we actually don't talk that much behind closed doors. Weird as that may sound. All the moderators right now are kind of just like waiting.
Waiting, telling people we don't know what the next update is. No, this game is not gonna have big PvP. Repeat.
Yep. Yep. I mean, okay, even from like I have played some PvP games before. I used to play like old school Halo and COD and whatnot, but I'm like, from the development standpoint, thank God they didn't go down the PvP route, because their PvP in that last test compared to the PvE sections they had fleshed out was not good. No, we're not always chatting. For the most part, we're just waiting to
Little
just play
guy.
Overwatch. I think I played a little bit of Overwatch. I played TF2. We're close enough to Overwatch. What did you say, Snowy?
Little guy.
Yeah, you do be lit, full guy. I watched an amazing video last night on there's a dude that I like normally watch who goes over uh like development cycles of games and
Mm-hmm.
like the inner versus outer workings of games and like picking apart a game bit by bit because he is a very autistic YouTuber as well, and his flavor of autism is the like dissection. And he was talking about how he used to be like the video was talking about how he used to be a big WoW fan, World of Warcraft fan.
Mm.
And I was just like, oh, that's kind of flavor of autism. Every person who's autistic knows that you get a flavor. Everyone gets one. It's like a subclass.
Trains, computers.
I got the math flavor.
Math.
Yeah. I don't know my subclass, and not everyone does. You'll spec into it eventually. You won't know when you do, but you will. But no, he was going through how he used to be like a major World of Warcraft fan, and his video was like something along the lines of like the egos of an MMO, and I was just like, interesting. How does this dude go from egotism to World of Warcraft? And then it hit me the moment he said, there's a pretty famous YouTuber that I kind of want to talk about with World of Warcraft. You guys might know him. His name's Pirate Software. I went, oh, I see exactly where this is going down. Dude did a full, like, hour-long breakdown of exactly what happened in Pirate Software's World of Warcraft encounter.
Pretty funny.
Like, down to what abilities he, like, could have used and, like, made better. And then the last, like, 2 hours was him going on about how, like, how this man ruined his own ego.
Mm-hmm.
What's yours about how on there's this feeling? It's math, man. As weird as it is, it's the weird math.
Man
Like,
wants to calculate
I
how many days it would take for a human to drink the ocean.
Not wants to. I did. I was up at 3 in the morning calculating exactly how many years it would take for you to drink the entire ocean. Like, all of the water on the planet. If you drink a cup a day. I can't even remember the number. It had, like,
It was way too many. Too big of a number.
It was e to the power of 20. And then I actually divided it by, like, 8 billion to see how many years it would take if every single person drank a cup a day or a cup a year.
Okay, I do have this question.
Not a cup a year. It was 1 cup a day for a year. How many years would it take? And I did the calculations on like 8 billion, and even then it was like e to the power of like 17 or something. Like a cup? Oh, sorry, not a cup. I think it was 25 cups.
Yeah,
it was
like
the
one daily
human
consumption.
It was the
of
reasonable.
water.
It was the reasonable human maximum, is what I went with, which is why I said 25. I'm pretty sure. Because the reasonable numbers were like the reasonable number of water is definitely over 20s, but should be calculated according to how much human needs a day. Yeah, it was like the maximum per day. Not how many you need a day, but it was the maximum, I'm pretty sure. Because I wanted to like overestimate if you drank as much of the water as you physically could without getting sick from it, how much would that be? Granted, I also didn't do the math accounting for it being salt water. I really should have, but also that would like make it just take 5 times as longer anyway, so the number would have been too ridiculous no matter what. Anyways, what was your question, Snowy?
I'm like, okay, you like to do the weird math,
Uh-huh.
but do you like doing stats?
What do you mean by stats?
Like when I pull out my big spreadsheet of like, hey, here's all my convention stats.
Not okay, yes and no. It's like I like making formulas, I guess, if you really had to narrow it down. How about humans we need to fill the ocean? Like humans move water. So like you're talking about taking how much percentage of your body is water and then dumping that in the ocean and seeing how
many humans would it take to raise the sea level?
Yes.
No, don't get him on this. I asked them the question first.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so I like making the formulas, right? So it's like the Pizza Road delivery formula is like really thought out because it was just really entertaining to be like, how do you determine how good of a tipper someone is based off of the number of pizzas and quality of their house alone? And I used like real stats to be like, okay, so it would be about like this much, and then I assign a quality value.
Okay,
to
but you're
each
not
number.
into like, hey, today I took 5,000 steps.
No, that's a different kind of. I think that's a different subclass.
Different subclass? I see.
Although, I would say I'm still partially curious into there, because I can't keep track of it all at once. If I have something to like help me keep track of it and then do it all at the end, it's fine. But I do have that question of like, what would be the first stat I looked up in my afterlife? Which it's going to stay the same. I want to know how many individual snowflakes I've seen throughout my life. Give me that number as just a pure stat. First answer. Well, I looked at human ocean thing. The first answer was one your mama, I see. I mean, they're not wrong. Sorry. That was mean. Why do you want to know the stat thing, Snowy?
I was just curious because I was like, you're not very good at keeping track of things in general.
No, I'm not good at keeping track of it, but I'm good at doing the numbers afterwards.
See?
That's why I'm like, I couldn't tell you how to like fly a rocket properly. But if you showed me like the positions of a star or of a body, a planetary body, or like just some body of a mass rock or whatever out in the star sky, and then you gave me the focal point, it's like I could probably tell you how big it is after like, you know, properly doing its math. I think I could do it. It'd take me a little bit, but with this is like, once I know the math and I've done it like once or twice too, I'd be able to do it another 100-ish times. I don't know. Just I'd get better at it too. I remember somewhere in a video, how much blood do you need to make a sword? Yeah, that was a whole thing for a while. Because people, I know this one. the reason people wanted to know too was because originally people were confused as to why Vikings had such good swords that like lasted really well when steel wasn't a thing yet, and it's because the Vikings were essentially making the most crappy makeshift steel they possibly could, because they believed that melting it down with the blood of their enemies would empower the weapon with the memories of their of their past victims and enemies and whatnot. And as a result, they poured so much, like, when you pour enough blood into the sword, there's a lot of iron in, human blood. And that just casually led that to them making, like, kind of shitty steel, but for the time, it was incredible, because steel wasn't a thing yet. But yeah, people learned that whole weird, like, Viking fact and whatnot, and then they went, okay, but then how much blood would you need to reasonably make a steel sword, or an iron sword even? If I remember, it was something with it was either like only 48 people or 480 people, one of the two. Honestly, neither of which are that many enemies that you need to kill and infuse the blood of with the sword. You'd have a pretty good sword after, like, 2 Viking Wars. $359. Okay, the 480 was not that far off. You'll forgive me if I don't remember exactly how many humans I need to make a steel sword. I have other priorities, believe it or not.
You have what?
Other priorities. Yeah, I said you'll forgive me if I don't tell you how many people you need to kill to make a sword, because I have other priorities. I got close though. I had the over and under estimations of, like, my underestimation was 48, and then I was like on the other end of the spectrum, it's 480, something like that. And Tittles has revealed to me that it was 359. So I'm like, the 480 is not a terrible estimation. But yeah, it's like, I like doing functions. That's my fun. We're about to use functions. I can do some weird stuff with that. And again, I think that's what led me down that rabbit hole of, like, no, I could probably work for NASA if I really tried. Because, like, I have the technical know-how to program a computer. I have the technical know-how to make a function. There's, like, the 2 core things you kind of need to know to, make those programs that NASA needs to use. I just didn't follow through.
I mean, did you ever want to work for NASA?
No.
Well, that's why you didn't follow through.
Well, I didn't think I could work for NASA.
Well, as a Canadian citizen, yeah, I don't know, man.
It's like, you can, as a Canadian citizen, work for NASA.
But, like,
Not impossible.
before, thinking of moving to the US to work for NASA.
It's not many people one needs for an iron sword. Definitely expected more. Exactly, right? That's what I mean. That's why I'm like, regardless of if I said 480 or 48, neither of those are a terrible amount of victims for you to get an iron sword. But then it's like, steel is iron and what again? Like iron and oxygen or something? What are the two components of steel, Snowy?
Carbon, iron,
Carbon. Well, is iron and what?
carbon.
Carbon is just what? Well, what is carbon? But like, is it like oxygen or?
Yeah, it's an element. Carbon is carbon, and just like how iron is iron. It's a not metal element.
But like, okay, without knowing how to play with elements, how did the Vikings get that in their iron and steel?
Oh, like
what is the? Oh, charcoal. Charcoal is rich in carbon.
It's made out of burnt trees, yes.
Oh, yeah, okay. No, that tracks. Carbon content of steel is anywhere between 0.02% and 2.1%. Yeah, that's why it's like, to make a steel sword, if they're trying to make iron swords and they're using like charcoal and stuff, and then infusing, like, they got the blood of their enemies going, like, you can make pretty bad steel pretty easily. I say bad steel because like steel's come so far, but at the time, for in a Viking era, I'm sure literally any steel is leagues above anything else anyone has. They weren't exactly mass producing steel back then, nor like knew how to actually get the formula together. Actually, that's probably the best way to think of it. I doubt anyone who thought putting the blood of their enemies would make a sword stronger because of magic had the technical know-how to make steel. Better bad sword than none. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Didn't someone also take that math then and be like, how much of a human do you need to like make?
How much do you need to make what?
Because like a diamond.
I see.
Well,
Turning people ashes into crystals is a business that exists.
Yep. But no, I'm like, okay, so regardless, this is something that's always intrigued me as the person who likes to do functions is in games they have like the funny math equation of like TTP or time to penis. If you can let someone be creative, they will make a penis eventually. It's just how long does that take? There's another one that I always love to think of like, if you make something primarily of one element, you can find an equation that's how many people do you need to make that thing, because humans just have almost every element just sitting in them somehow. So you're telling me I've squeezed hard enough to turn into a diamond? Kind of, but not really. There's a lot more that goes into it than that. Like, there's like other stuff they put in you, in your ashes and whatnot to make you into a diamond, but the end will do be the same. You take cremation, you get diamond.
And now I'm just saying, I remember this being like a huge thing. Let me look this up. This is real.
But yeah, no, if you really want, you just become diamond when you're dead.
Okay, it
Turn
seems
humans
like
into anything.
sometimes sometimes it's a scam, but there are actual companies that make it happen.
Yeah. It's the really infinite universe. I'm sure the guy there making diamonds out of people, just hugging them into shape. I'm like, if
The
What's
question is the problem is that because the gem is usually not made of 100% human, so it's hard to say how much is actually human. But they
Also,
try.
probably you cannot just squeeze a person into a diamond.
No.
There is a lot of other materials that go into it.
Yep.
But it's the human to object ratio.
Yeah.
Human into literally anything.
Uh-huh.
We have enough of like just so many different random ass elements in us that like if you determine what element makes a thing, you can determine how many humans you need.
You're pulling a Foamed Alchemist over here. Reverse Foamed Alchemist.
Zero Metal Alchemist.
Huh?
It said Zero Metal Alchemist.
Foamed Alchemist.
Uh-huh. Well, it's like, okay, to that point, yeah, alchemy has always been, like, the strongest form of what people would ever call magic, but alchemy is literally just turning things into other things using the periodic table at this point.
Well, it was like the theory is that you just make it the other element easy, right? And it's like, no, it's not that easy, though, guys.
It's not that easy, but, like, it's still a thing you can do.
Yeah, that's called
Like, it's called alchemy! That's what it is!
No, I'm saying like in real life, it's called nuclear reactors.
No, that's not the same. Fission is close, but it's not the same.
The closest we got.
The same thing either. No, there's no way that that's the closest we have to like actual alchemy. We've done some weird shit.
Ding, ding.
I'm pretty sure there's like people who, you know, like thought they actually figured out what the Philosopher's Stone was, and they were just like, oh, it's kind of just this thing because it helps you like perform alchemy like 10 times better because of some weird traits to it or whatever.
Okay, so modern, it's called nuclear transmutation. Radioactive decay is the most common. Artificial.
Oh, you're talking. Okay, yeah, you're talking about transmutation. Transmutation and alchemy are not the same thing, though.
Not this, but I'm taking one element and turning into another element.
Guess, yeah. It's like transmutation is a type of alchemy, but it is not what alchemy is like supposed to embody.
Yeah, okay, everything on Wikipedia is all about like nuclear related.
It's
stuff.
just because it's the furthest we've actually gone properly for like a useful type of, you know, transmogrification. We cannot turn something random into gold without a lot of extra work.
Nope.
And that's, you know, I'm pretty sure that's why like the gold-back standard was the big thing.
Gold is easy to identify, hard to fake.
Exactly.
You know.
I'm like, decentralized just means that it's not part of like the government
Yes.
and like bank system setup, right?
Yes.
Okay, because I got on a like brain tangent of thinking of the scene from Rick and Morty where he like topples the galactic government by changing their currency to be worth one of itself to be worth nothing of itself, and it causes like a galactic panic or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But when I thought about the sentence, he said that our single centralized currency has gone being worth one of our itself to zero of itself, and I'm just like, okay, but does that mean it could happen to crypto? Now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, man, no, you quite literally, crypto could just go from being worth one of itself to nothing of itself one day.
That's how crypto works.
I can't believe we're literally talking about this kind of stuff, and it'd be too weird talking about the entire Iron Sword stuff for me. Oh, man. You've hit the channel of, like, we will have these weird discussions just in the middle of dinner sometimes. We're down with it.
Oh, I have a
Yeah, it's
new
like-
chatter. Madness makes 7538 on YouTube. Saying hi. Do you take drawing requests? Yeah, if you give me money, I'll do it.
Do you take drawing requests giving commissions?
Yeah, you mean commissions? Yeah, we chilling.
Well, okay, I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, the one that will never go down to being worth zero of itself per se is Bitcoin, because Bitcoin has a limited amount, right? Like, it has an endpoint, which in theory is the same as gold, because it's like, oh, gold has an endpoint. There is a point in which we will have dug up and like fucked around with all of the gold on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the other like upside of the gold-backed currency, is there is only so much of it to go around. And then I'm thinking of crypto, and I'm like, yeah, no, crypto, no matter what, the more of it you lose, the more the rest of it goes up. So it's like, if no one has access to the very last crypto wallet, that doesn't actually make crypto, like Bitcoin itself specifically, I guess, worth nothing. It actually makes it way more valuable, kind of like sunken treasure.
Well, it's also like
Right, 'cause
human
then it's just-
perceived value, right? Because like in like say like Fallout Apocalypse, yeah, there could be the
guess.
last final Bitcoin, but does it really matter? No.
But it might in some sense, because it already has had value now,
But like
right? Like, a decentralized, as being the first decentralized currency, it always had a value, because the value of it was derived not from its popularity, but of it being a decentralized currency. The fact that it was something that the banks could not touch, but it was still seen as money. In this sense, yeah, it's gonna like, I'm gonna start sounding like crypto has always been the shadiest thing on the planet, and that's because it kind of has been.
Kind of has been.
Okay, let me read this right. I was in some kind of group therapy once when I was playing instruments together, so it sounded like some guy getting dragged out execution. What the hell? I'll be honest, Tiddles, I lost track of that thing so fast because I was just thinking about how crypto's always been a scam. That's the downside of being in my chat. I get distracted very
Very
easily.
distracted very easily.
But yeah, so like, it being decentralized was the value, right? It
I
was
see.
something that the government could not touch, And then on top of that, the more of it that had been mined, the more valuable it became, because just like gold, it had an endpoint. No one knew what the endpoint was, and at this point, still no one knows what the endpoint actually is. Because, we're not going to solve that equation any goddamn time soon.
Chatter wants me to draw a
But,
turtle with a hat, and I'm just like, can't be bought. Sorry, buddy.
you want to draw Beetle?
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 No,
V-E-D-A-L. The turtle with a hat, it's Beetle.
There's a hat on the turtle?
The VTuber. The VTuber.
Got a hat?
I feel like he has a hoodie for sure, but then I feel like half the time I see him, his turtle has like some funny
Bald
hat
turtle
on.
now.
Oh man. I don't actually watch any YouTubers that much. How is a piece of paper worth as much of a cow? Okay, so money itself isn't what's valuable, and never has been.
About what it
The value
represents.
Yeah, so that's why the value of $1 can actually go up or down, specifically too, because it was a replacement for an IOU of like, I owe you 10 cows. I will get you those 10 cows. And it's like eventually you had the money system of like, okay, this thing here is worth a cow. So I will give you 10 of these. You can come back to me. You give me these. Get the cow. I can then go and do the same system with other people. And then when stuff like an economy or like kingdoms came in, then, it became more popular to want to do that. Because then the king could, instead of saying, hey, I need you to give me 5 of your cows every time you get a new cow or whatever, every time you get a new breed, whatever, he would just be like, you give me enough money to buy the cow, that's your tax. And that's how we keep the kingdom in check and keep everything running, because everyone contributes to this economy, this society. And if we all do our part and keep it in, then that's how you end up with the currency. But how did people come up with that? It makes no sense to come up with hey, this one what. So it's not that people said this is worth one thing. It's in that sense it's actually the opposite of people came up with like the bills of the 10 IOUs. It's actually why there's a video on this somewhere, even a short too, I'm pretty sure, of people talking about Chinese currency and how they have capital numbers essentially, because it was harder to fake on their IOUs for getting the currency to be like, oh yeah, this is like the 10 IOU whatever, so it's harder to fake that 10, so you're not just like ripping someone off, etc. However, the part that you are now thinking of is kind of the opposite of like, they had the coins. It used to just be a coin system, right? It was one gold coin was worth, let's say, like a loaf of bread. The reason a gold coin was worth a loaf of bread was because the bread maker went, hey, what would someone give me for this gold coin? They'd give me this. If I get one gold coin, that means I can get that. That means that if I want to make my money right now, I just need a single gold coin for this loaf of bread. So they'd say, okay, this bread is worth one coin. And it's always been the other way around of, the business sets the price.
Today on
it's kinda
Save the
like-
Stream, we learn the origin of money.
It's kind of like, like if everyone was always doing commission one, right? Like when you go up to Snowy here and ask to commission her, You don't set the value of her commission, she does. She tells you her work is going to be worth X amount of money. It's always been that way, down to like the idea of a single gold coin. And so there actually have always been arguments too about like 90% of wars that have been fought over all of history have been about either land or money. There's been a few that are petty swallows, but mostly land or money. I can't wrap my head around why a coin would be better than getting something in return directly to needs. So that's the problem right there, is you don't always know exactly what you need.
If like,
So,
say
like-
cow trader only is like, I could trade you for 10 cows, you don't necessarily want 10 cows, maybe you want like something else from someone else, you know?
Yeah, or like, hey, actually, I think this is the best analogy for how this actually all started too, because if you think of it from a community perspective, it was like a roundabout, right? You have the thing the farmer needs. Let's say the farmer needs like 3 bales of hay from you. And you're like, cool. I wanted to buy 4 wheels of cheese for these 3 bales of hay. But the farmer doesn't have the 4 wheels of cheese, but he has the goat milk to make the cheese. And the local baker just so happens to have 4 wheels of cheese. Instead of you all getting around and like going through this very weird roundabout, everyone thought it saves time to be like, this gold coin is worth 1 wheel of cheese, so I'll give you these 4, you go over to them, you get the 4 wheels of cheese, you come back to me, I will give you the 3 bales of hay. Problem solved. And then now the baker has the coins to then go and either, either get the thing from the farmer, because he needs the goat milk from the farmer, or to even go to someone else and be like, oh, this other farmer is willing to give it to me at like 3 buckets of milk for only 2 coins, but you want 3 buckets of milk for 3 coins. I can see being a time zero to be. That's all it really was originally. Money has only ever been a time saver. It's a middleman. It's not about the value of the thing, it's about what does the thing do. But yeah, it's always been the other way around too. Like the seller is always determined what the value of a coin is. It's called supply and demand. It's always been a thing. Okay, so why don't we just have one kind of money as well, wouldn't it make stuff easier? That's where we get complicated.
Societies
and honestly,
developed at the same time in different locations. They didn't talk to each other, so they all came up with their own thing, and they tried to talk to each other later, and they were like, what's this?
Understand back then. Okay, it's not the... I know what you mean by now we're all connected. But then think of it from this perspective. Now we're all connected means you go one of 2 ways on money. We either A, somehow convince every single nation to put in what I can guarantee you is a minimum of a decade of work to re-centralize the currency to be a uniform currency.
I mean,
where
the euro
everyone has
exists.
this,
They
like,
started.
one dollar. It's like kind of, but also it didn't turn out.
No, it didn't. It wasn't.
Um,
An effort was made.
And effort's always been made. Crypto made the effort too. Everyone has crypto. If everyone has Bitcoin, then why don't we just use Bitcoin? Like, that's the thing. The efforts can always be made. But you're talking about convincing countless countries to put in the time and effort to like overhaul their financial system in a way that everyone can somehow agree on. It wouldn't happen at the drop of a hat, and with all the wars being fought over money, especially, like, it's not gonna happen. Technically, online money is kind of the same as different tag. Like, it basically. That's why there's so many like scam artists that use gift cards as like what they want from the old lady, right? They take a gift card because then you can turn that into whatever and use all numbers. Yeah, exactly. That's actually, I would say, in our day and age, we actually did come up with probably the best, like, non-world order solution to money that has been made so far. Because if we want money to be like a single focused centralized thing, that wouldn't happen unless every country on the planet were united. And we can see how well even that is attempting to go regardless. As much as I wish that were the case, God, I wish we lived in that Star Trek Utopia right now. That would be great. It's not going to. But then, our external solution is, basically, the way it works now is if a country is in, like, dire need of the more IOUs, they print out more. Right? If there's more wealth to go around, they print out more or whatever to be able to, you know, trade with the other countries and other people, do the more IOUs. At the same time, when you print more than you have gold, that's what makes your value go down properly. That's why some countries, like $1 is worth a fraction of a cent. Because they printed more than they had available. What this then now entails is the system we now have of the current exchange rate. I'm gonna give you very wrong numbers because I don't know the active exchange rate numbers off the top of my head. But it's like, yeah, with how much Canada versus America is printed or whatever, it's like, oh, versus what they both have on reserves is like, oh, the $1 Canadian I could use about 2.5 American dollars. And so that's what the exchange rate is. That's all it is. It's being like, one coin is worth X amount here. So if I were to take a coin from my country where it's worth X amount there, this is how many coins I would get going to you. But then because, you know, we have so many different countries and they all incurred their own currency, that's why it's an exchange rate of, instead of one coin, that's like unanimized. It's like, oh, each country has their own currency, whatever. I will just trade you my country currency for your country currency at this exchange rate because that's how much it's worth. And the only place, to this day, it also stands true that the only place you will never see someone take a cut from that exchange is a bank. And even some banks are shady enough to also take a cut.
I was like, they usually give you a slightly worse like exchange rate or something. Like they take something. It's just that
it's a non-noticeable amount for sure, and it's because banks have, you know, other shady.
I was like, that's not where they make their
run
money
away.
anyway.
No, which is why they don't care enough to, you know, try to make their money there.
Okay, I am done for today. How does this look?
Oh, that looks very good.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Dang.
Hmm?
I'm at 182 time cubes.
Oh, I see. I was like, uh-huh.
Uh-huh. We'll see how many I get at the floor 100. Yeah, you're not wrong. In the end, it's all numbers.
All just human, open.
Terra is
Human concept. Oh, big TD's over. Come over to my side. That's a lot of work. I can see it being adorable and fun. It's already adorable. Thank you. Yeah. It will be good. I will work on the other one tomorrow, though. I just wanted to do a sketch before the end of today.
See, with that being a lot of work now, Tiddles, what do you think's gonna happen if you try to put a price on Snowy's work? She's gonna just say no,
I should
man.
raise my prices on full illustration. I really should.
You should at this point.
So I'm going over to my commissions page. I'm bumping it up because it's not even a hey, I can't do that. It's a pain. What do you want? Because there's so much more to work with that I'm just like, what do you want?
This kind of work, like the details and stuff. I mean, I don't care what kind of work. My point was just that you can't really set her prices when she's the one doing the work. It's always been the same throughout all of history.
I'm just gonna bump up background.
That's why it's like the only time it's ever been reversed actually is when a company tries to offer their like price matching thing, or like a seller tries to offer their price matching bit. But even when they try to offer their price matching bit, it's like that's already been gone away with for a while now. Because now you just have the logic of like, oh, I found a cheaper price over there. And, you know, most people just be like, then go over there, idiot. I don't know why they're offering you a lower price, but that's not how I make money. And that's kind of the way it should be, too, because, you know, then you get the different ends of it. There might be someone who scams people. There might be someone who, like, you know, it looks the same, but is actually a little bit, like, is a little different or cheaper or whatever. You might be commissioning someone for $300 art, find out that they use AI and trace it. Yes, that happens. And it's disgusting. I can see it being 100 plus easily, because that's something a lot of... Oh, it's definitely over 100. How much is your full illustration work now, Snowy? How much would you charge for like, that book
for this?
cover thing when it's done? When it's done, yeah.
I mean, this was an hour on this sketch alone. I'm just like, how long does it take me? I know I'm a faster worker, but I'm also just like... The problem is that when I do something for someone else, I also, like, this is not the only sketch you'll get from me. I will do 2 other ones like this to be like, what do you want? Pick one.
Yeah, but that's still not the, like, full question. You know what the question is at this point.
500?
500? Dang. Nice.
I mean, that's like ballpark, hey, the 15 to 20 hours of work. Math. $30 an hour.
No, I'm tracking your math. I'm just saying that it's still a lot of money, yeah.
Uh-huh.
But you know, is your work. You set the price. You are determining the quality.
Because it's like, hey, you want like a quick thing from me? It's like 10 to 25, and I'm like, you know, it's pretty hard. It's a lot. There's a lot less like back and forth of hey, this detail, that detail. When it comes to stuff like this, there's so much more like communication. I want this, I want that, just adjustments and whatever. So I'm like, it's a lot more work, and it's a lot more annoying work.
Uh-huh.
Which is why the price is much
A
higher.
lot of money, but kind of actually, but it's one of a kind and actually drawn by a person. Yeah.
You can watch me draw it over multiple streams. They're on YouTube. There's like, I think about a month straight, I was making one of the Kingdom Hearts prints, and you can just watch me draw every single man. This is like a 30-person giant pile, and it's on YouTube, I think.
I'm pretty sure you've done other people's like actual commission work on stream too.
It's
I've
rare,
seen,
but yeah.
like,
Just because, yeah, I
there
don't.
was someone I remember you doing pretty large print for on stream.
I've done. I did. I think I've done emotes on stream before. I think I did gadget stuff on stream. It's
No, there was like a single print that I remember you doing on stream.
It's been a long time
The
ago.
beach one that someone wanted or something?
Hmm?
No, not beach.
Oh, the kendo?
Maybe.
That was different though. It was more of a I'm gonna commission a bajillion chibis and then you can put them all together. So it was a little different.
Oh.
Because I didn't have to think about like how it was gonna go together at the end. They just wanted to like have a group shot of everyone that I did draw together. So that was different.
That kind of was one of them, yeah. I'm trying to think. No, there was like one that was an actual print though. On my end, drawing takes around 8 hours-ish, just sketch and liner. I can't draw.
It's like I know I've done
I've
more
given up on
bigger
drawing.
prints for people before, but I think that was back in my like low price days.
Uh-huh.
I've done I don't know if I streamed it though. I was like, I've done a VTuber's background before.
You might have streamed that one.
I streamed that one? That was before YouTube, so it's gone now. Video of that
You
one.
want to see me draw? Oh god.
Oh yeah, there's a stream where I did gadgets emotes.
I'm gonna give you the funniest ultimatum, my guy. If you want to see me draw, I'm gonna call it right now and say to get me to draw on stream. Uh... I need a goal to have, though. I can't just be like,
Yeah, just put an unreasonable
I need a
number
new
out
idea
there.
Now I draw on stream.
You can sketch your things tomorrow on stream.
No.
I'm like, you do.
Time one.
Huh?
My time warped. My time warped.
I see. I'm like, you do have a drawing
Almost.
tablet, right?
A very tiny one somewhere. It's also not like set up or anything. Oh, 350 now?
All right, I'm hanging up on my side.
Hey.
So, how much longer are you gonna go?
10:30.
30.
Do I want to speed run one last wave, one last set of 100? Maybe.
Okay, I will trade you. He has to draw it now. Let's see. Trade.
I am not drawing myself. No.
Because says he has to draw. No, Tibble just said he has to draw.
No, Tiddle's said on my side I should draw myself.
Huh.
I was like, no, I can't do that.
Alright, chat. I'll see you over on the Seaweaver side. Thanks for watching, hanging out, lurking in the chat and all everything. Be back tomorrow. More, or I'll be working on this or the other one. We lined early today. One or the other. Thanks for being here. See you over there. Have a good night.